My guys, what is up? Max with the Parlay Princes. We are here doing a PFL prediction video. What are we doing here? This is how you can tell I'm getting addicted to MMA and YouTube, is that I'm doing a PFL prediction video. You know, this is really hyper-focused on UFC, but there's no UFC this weekend, and PFL's on Friday all day. Like, if you don't got shit to do on Friday and you're still hurting from Thanksgiving, just wake up, start drinking, and fucking bam, watch fights. I can bet on this card too. The odds are like half there. You get to see the money line picks on DraftKings. We'll go over odds, people's records, and just how they've been looking recently, their fighting style, all that stuff. I am reading off notes this time around, guys. If you're new to this page, it's your first time tuning in. I usually don't read off notes. I look at my phone a lot. That's just so I can look at stats and all that shit. We're reading off notes today, boys. I got like a disturbing amount of notes. I did all this for y'all, okay? I don't give a fuck about PFL. Did this for you. So the least you can do is like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, comment below. If you feel like I said something wrong, got my picks wrong, by all means, guys. If there's any time to be a community, it's this card, because I am not the leader this time. On God, I'm not the leader. Proof I'm not the leader is I'm completely skipping the amateur fight, where we got a girl who's 0-0 and a girl who's 2-0. We're not... Next fight. It would really help if they had their first names here. It just says Sivan Steenis. Guys, if you thought me pronouncing UFC China was going to be fun, like the prelims, I said I'm skipping the prelims. This is not my shit. The PFL fighters, most of them have 7 first names and then like 3 last names. They're all together, but like some of these names are just so long. We're going to abbreviate them for the video. So right now, Steenis, Penis, I don't know how you say this guy's fucking name. He should win versus João Vitor Dantas. Rough, boys. Let's look at the odds real quick. Let's look at the records real quick, sorry. This is going to be a rough one for me, boys. I'm going to look like a fucking virgin doing this prediction video. 15-3 for Steenis, 7-1 for the Brazilian in Dantas. I feel like I definitely got both those names wrong. And we are going to look at the odds real quick. Horrible. -575 for Steenis. So obviously he should win this fight. Let's look at the notes. We have a grappler versus a striker. Dantas is the striker. So keep that in mind. Dantas, striker. Steenis, grappler, wrestler, BJJ, whatever the fuck he is. Dantas is the striker, which I usually like, but he is known to look a little gassed. Okay, this is going to be like a kid's book. I should have done all these notes in like rhyme form. Looks a little gassed. That's why he is ass. That's what I should have done. Fuck, I should have done PFL Dr. Seuss version. Meanwhile, Steenis is a demon with cardio, and he has 8 submissions. Okay, so we got a submission specialist in Steenis versus a striker who strikes, but he looks gassed. Not a good look at all. Especially if Steenis just keeps getting takedowns. Steenis has more MMA experience and has fought the better competition. As we can tell by the MMA record, he's got way more fights. And Dantas, the cherry on top is Dantas hasn't fought in 2 years. Not looking good, guys. So it's an easy pick. We're going Steenis. How does he get it done? The crazy thing about this card, guys, it's like 14, 15 fights, and the majority of them are 5-rounders. I don't think this one's a 5-rounder. I wish I could tell you that, but we should see a finish, guys. You know, gun to my head, I picture a finish out of Steenis. KO sub, under 2.5, anything. The odds for the props haven't dropped yet for method of victory, but we got the money line right there. Next fight, here we go. We are going Adjoudj. Bro, I need to watch prediction videos of other people just pronounce this shit. This is insane. We're just going to say Adjoudj and Jose Perez. Adjoudj is 8-1. Jose Perez is 9-1. They are 145ers. This is a motherfucking... These are 3-round fights. These are 3-rounders, guys. All right? So the odds for this fight are very close. Basically a pick'em. Azil is a -160. Perez is a +105. Let's dive in to see why that is. Azil is a world kickboxing champion. So it's another one, I believe, where it's striker versus grappler, wrestler, BJJ, whatever the fuck it is. When I say grappler, guys, just throw in all the wrestling, all the takedown possibilities, BJJ, wrestler. I don't know which ones they are, but they love to get it to the ground, okay? For this video, we're not going to be specific. And he came from Bellator, stays at range, and tries to pick his opponents apart. So he's very good at staying on the outside, basically an Ian Gary with finishing ability. No offense to Gary. Perez is new to the PFL, came from Cage Warriors, but he was a champion over at Cage Warriors. So this guy is a demon. He is known for being a dog as well. This guy ain't going to get clipped and just go right to sleep. He has gotten KO'd before, but... and again, tough call because it's striker versus grappler. You kind of have to like pick your poison with this. The odds are almost dead even. It's a pick 'em. Let's see. Azil's nothing on the ground, so keep that in mind. If this goes to the ground, like, say a prayer. I don't know what his takedown ability is or stuffing takedowns, takedown defense. I kind of like Perez in this a little bit. You know, this ain't fucking Alex Pereira in Azil. He's fucking nasty. Apparently, he's a sniper, but Perez gets a hold of this motherfucker, it's over. You know, again, he was a champion over at, where was this shit? Cage Warriors. I'm going to take, you know, don't bet your fucking house on this, but I'm taking the +105 in Perez. Usually I don't go with the takedown specialist, the guy on the ground, but in this one I am, being that he's seen pretty good competition, like not the best over at Cage Warriors, but he's gotten it done, you know. So I am going with the underdog. Feel free to dog me in the comments, guys. Next fight, here we go. We're going to try and speed through this because these are a lot of fights that I don't care about. Let's see what we got, boys. Sorry, I accidentally clipped out all this bullshit. Another 3-rounder. We got Jesus Pinedo and Jeremy Kennedy. Jesus Pinedo's 23-6-1, and Jeremy Kennedy is 19-4. No offense to my Canadian brothers. Actually, I can't say this anymore because you guys went crazy in the last Canada card. So you guys are out of the doghouse. I was going to say fade Canada, but we're good. We're back now. Another 3-round fight. These guys are 145ers. And I remember that this motherfucker Kennedy is ass. And Pinedo's actually very good. So it's a very weird fight. Let's look at the odds real quick. Only a -295 for Perez. I'm sorry, Pinedo, which is very interesting. Jesus Pinedo -125. Kennedy is a +240. Let's look at the notes. So Pinedo actually won the $1 million PFL back in 2023, which I believe is actually technically 2 years ago. I don't fucking know. It might have been last year. I forget how they label the years, but Pinedo is just better, faster, stronger. And that's what it comes down to. He's seen way more competition, way better competition. This is, in my eyes, a complete mixed match. I know a lot of people kind of thought the same thing. The odds are crazy. I could have sworn this was going to be like some heavier odds shit, but well-rounded on the feet, better striker. Kennedy is just ass all around. Pinedo's just way more well-rounded. If it goes to the ground, I'm not scared either. It's in my eyes night and day. So the pick will be Pinedo. There's not much to talk about here. It's easy. Easy pick, boys. It's easy till it's not. Let's see. Slim Trabelsi and Abraham Babli. Trabelsi is 7-0. Babli is 5-0. This is a 3-round fight at heavyweight. It says 265. Let's go over to the odds real quick. Let's see what the odds have to say about this. Trabelsi -145 and Babli is a -105. So very even on the odds. Let's check out the notes. Trabelsi was in the UFC at one point but had contract issues. I don't even know if this motherfucker fought, but he's had his moments in the UFC and just couldn't get it done. He's more of a grappler, and so is Babley. So it's kind of it's will this go to the ground? Will this cancel out? Stay striking? Who fucking knows? Trabelsi has more MMA experience, and if it stays on the ground, I have him. So if it does get to the ground, we're going with Trabelsi. If it becomes a striking battle, I have Babley. Uh-oh. We got a coin flip, boys. Odds are very close, like I said. My pick, I am going Trabelsi, and I'm not confident at all, but I am going Trabelsi decision. I think a lot of this shit will cancel out, guys. When people are usually both the same, at the same genre of MMA, we usually take over the distance. That doesn't make any sense, I know, but just bear with me here. Trabelsi decision, lock it in, bet the house. Mansour Barnaoui and Alfie Davis. Mansour is 21-6, and Davis is 17-4-1, and this is a 3-round fight at 155. The odds for these motherfuckers: Mansour Barnaoui is minus 255, and we got Alfie Davis at plus 200. Let's see what these motherfucking notes have to say. Both are good, well-rounded MMA fighters. When I say that, I mean if it's striking, they can hold their own. If it's on the ground, they can hold their own. Just like me. Jokes. The striking does favor Davis, so keep that in mind. If it's on the feet, it technically is supposed to favor Davis' side, and on the ground, it's supposed to favor Barnaoui. Barnaoui. There's an I at the end. We're going to call him Barn for short. My guy Barn versus Davis. So Davis is the striker. They're both well-rounded. They're both good at both. They're both good at everything. Davis is the better striker, and my guy Barn is better when it hits the canvas. I'm siding with Barn because Davis is a good striker but doesn't have that power. So he's a sniper, but it ain't them thudding shots that I need. He also doesn't really fight grapplers. So good luck. So Davis, in his fighting career, hasn't fought too many grapplers, a lot of strikers, as where Barn is a very well-rounded MMA expert. Not MMA expert. AJ fucked me up there. Now I'm thinking about MMA expert. Guys, bear with me. This card is not my shit. But I am siding with Barn. Who was the favorite there? I can't remember. Okay, Barn's the favorite. Fuck. I thought it was maybe an underdog. There it is, boys. Next motherfucking fight. We got... There's no first name. Alhyasat and Qahtani. Alhyasat is 5-0, and Qahtani is 9-2. This is a 145 bout, and this is a 5-rounder. So now we're getting into the 5-rounders, my people. But on here, that is not the order. What? Now I'm confused. Whatever. That's not the order on DraftKings, but we'll talk about it. Minus 130 for Alhyasat and minus 120. I've never seen odds like that in my life. Whatever. Qahtani is a minus 120. Have you guys ever seen someone be a minus 130 and someone else be a minus 120? I've never seen that ever. Let's see what we got here. So this is a rematch. Alhyasat won the first time, and it was a dominant fight, 3-rounder, won by decision. And I am one of the few that's going with a finish here. I think he was so dominant in the last fight that if you add 2 more rounds to that bitch, it's over. Don't bet your house on it, but the odds are fucking dead even on who wins this fight. So it is a coin flip. Keep that in mind, as confident as I sound. Which is fucking weird, because it was a dominant fight last time. Why are the odds like that? Minus 130, minus 120? That's a weird one. Yeah, I'm going Alhyasat all day. I'm going with the finish, too. I haven't locked it in yet, but you will see that eventually. Let's see. Mohammadseifi, that's one name, versus Georgia Zeed. Yad. God, these names, guys. We're going to call this first guy Muhammad, and we're going to call this other guy George. Muhammad and George. Muhammad is 6-2. George is 10-4. This is a 5-round fight at 155. Let's check out these odds if I can find them, because this shit is scattered. So we got Muhammad at -210, and we got George at +155. Let's see what these notes have to say. These guys both almost have a brawling style where they rush forward and swing. That's why sometimes you have to sting. Both have KO power, so keep that in mind. This is going to be a fucking slugfest, all right? My guy Mohammed is the pick because of the people he's fought and his style. I'm reading this like someone else wrote this for me. Muhammad is the pick because the people he's fought and his style. He's a little sharper on the feet. Next fight, guys. I'm borderline done with this shit. These names are getting me so cranky. Ali Taleb and Rashid Hayes. Taleb is a 135er. They're both 135ers, obviously. It's a 5-round fight, guys. Let's see what the fucking odds have to say. Taleb -285. Rashid +230. Let's see what the stupid notes have to say. Is this even the right fight? Yes. Taleb should sleep him. He's a boxer. He's a brawler with heavy hands. Rashid is just ass on the feet. No technique on the feet. All ground game. Taleb vicious KO. Next fight. Muhammad Alaqraa and Omar El Dafrawy. This is a 170-pound bout, 5-rounder. Alaqraa is 7-0. El Dafrawy is 12-6. I think I just need to eat food and I'll be less cranky. Alaqraa is -340. Dafrawy is +285. Let's see what these vicious notes have to say. Dafrawy is a striker and Alaqraa is a grappler. Dafrawy is nasty with the strikes and he's fun, but his takedowns are ass. It's a night and day in styles. Like I said, striker versus grappler. The striker is Dafrawy. It's a coin flip pick, technically. Some people say it's a domination. I kind of don't see that, but I am siding with Alaqraa because he's just fucking better, and the PFL kind of wants him to win more. That's what we're doing here, boys. And now I think this is like the main event shit, if I'm not mistaken. I'm so glad I'm almost done with this. Denis Goltsov and Oleg Popov. These are heavyweights, 5-round bouts. Goltsov is 35-8. Holy shit, it's a lot of fights. And Oleg Popov is 19-1. Let's see these odds real quick. Goltsov -1. These odds are so weird. -130 and Popov is -125. So it is a coin flip. I think Goltsov is the one that's like always been in the championships but never fucking won the shit, or he's been in the playoff. I forget if he's been in the championships or he's been close to it, but he's been so close to winning $1 million, he just can't make it happen. Let's see what these vicious notes have to say. Popov is a well-rounded MMA fighter and is more of a lay-and-pray fighter. Like, he'll get it to the cage, he'll keep it there for 2 minutes, maybe get a takedown, the guy will stand up, he'll do the same shit over and over again. That's when I say lay and pray. He does try, but like barely get a finish. He has gotten some KOs, but relentless pressure, good to bet on, horrible to watch. Makes sense, right? But he also isn't too bad on the feet. So again, if it gets to the feet, I'm okay with it. He's not like fucking where it has to be on the ground for him. Popov is the smaller guy in this fight, and Goltsov ain't horrible. Like I said, he's made it very close to winning the $1 million multiple times. Can't make it happen. Popov has the better stock report, in my opinion. I am going with Popov. 5-rounder. I don't think he gets a finish. I'm going to be honest. I think, if anything, Goltsov has the finishing ability. Popov is more just, like I said, lay and pray. But Popov is the pick. It's pick 'em fight. Odds are dead even, so flip a coin, say a prayer. We have Brent Primus and Gadzi Rabadanov. Primus is 15-3. Rabadanov is 23-4-2. These guys are 155ers, and it is a 5-round fight. Let's see what these motherfucking odds have to say. Wow, heavy favorite for Gadzi Rabadanov. Minus 475. Primus is plus 400. Primus is an ex-Bellator champion. He's way better on the ground, and he actually does great striking as well. Sorry, he does great against strikers, which technically means he does great striking. Not wrong. We're calling this guy Rab for short. Rab is overall better MMA fighter, but he isn't as good on the ground. He should be able to stand he should be able to stand his ground. Bro, who wrote this shit? Heavy odds for Rab, like I said, guys. Because Primus is ex-Bellator champion, guys. This could be a heavy upset. Be careful. Definitely don't put him in the parlay. Like, I wouldn't put a fucking minus 475. How I used to bet on PFL, just by looking up the numbers, just pressing buttons, and I actually get very close. So based on my ex-PFL betting strategy, I would not bet on this, or I'd put the plus 400. I'd put the over or some shit. That's a tough fight, though. I don't know enough about Primus to really say much. I know Rabadanov a little bit. Don't know how to say his name, but I've seen him fight once or twice. Tough one. I gotta wait for the exact props to drop on that shit. But as of right now, I am going Gadzi Rab. Just way more fights, too. 23-4-2 versus 15-3, which isn't that means he's seen more damage, but still, fuck it. Magomed Umalatov and Shamil Musaev. Umalatov is 17-0, and Shamil is 19-0-1. These guys are 170ers, and it's a 5-round fight. It's a damn 5-round fight, boys. Let's see what we got for the odds. Magomed Umalatov is plus 265, and Musaev is a minus 320. See what the infamous notes have to say. Both guys are good MMA artists. So again, when I say that, it means on the feet I can trust them, on the ground I can trust them. Umalatov is a little more known for trying to get it to the ground, but doesn't mean he's better there. Interesting notes. Musaev is a better striker and should find the target. Musaev is the pick because his striking and his ground game. So I'm going with the guy with the better overall MMA record. And am I picking the favorite? I am picking the favorite. He should win that. Don't bet your house on it. This is probably the worst prediction video you've ever seen, right? This has to be top tier worst prediction video of all time. Impa Kasanganay versus this. You're lying to me. This is not a name. Yagshimuradov. So we're calling this guy, first guy, Kaz, and we're calling the second guy Yag. So my guy Kaz is 18-4. My guy Yag is 24-7-1. These guys are 205ers, and it's a 5-round bout. I deadass might just redo this whole video. This is the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Yag is plus 135. Kaz is minus 190. Notes, help me here. They are both well-rounded. Nice, thanks, Notes. Kaz used to fight at 170 in the UFC, and now he fights at 205. So this guy, I think he fought even at 185 too. This guy's tried like everything possible. Yag is more of a striker, but isn't scared to get it to the ground. He's definitely a power puncher, but not the most technical. what do we do with that information? Guys, this was so hard for me to do. I did this in multiple days. I don't remember any of these notes. I swear to God, I didn't pay someone to make this shit. Just go with the underdog, because who fucking cares? We got 2 left. Let's do it. I actually have to restart this. I have to cut it because my battery's gonna... You guys know. Watch me get all my picks right. That'll be the most depressing thing in the world. Yeah, I think I said I went with Yag. I don't fucking know. Who cares? Dakota Ditcheva. This is my favorite fighter on the card. Still don't know how to say her name. Let's just call her Dakota. And Talia Santos. I'm the only one that thinks Talia Santos is a baddie. I don't know why. I don't fucking know why, but these are 125ers. Dakota's 13-0. Talia Santos is 22-3. As we know, she was in the UFC. Went 5 rounds with Shevchenko, and I personally thought she might have won that shit. So, interesting stuff there. Dakota's just such a sniper, guys. This is the only fight I don't need notes for. Isn't that crazy? Like, one of the girl fights is the only one I don't need notes for. Dakota's nasty, guys. This is like the female Talbot. This is the female O'Malley. I don't think I've ever seen her on the ground, but she's great at stuffing takedowns. I believe her last opponent was like a submission specialist. I think she was way better on the ground than on the feet. Still just not a shot in hell. I think my homie put the bet at over 1.5. I was like, bro, why'd you do that? This is Dakota, bro. Dakota's striking is crazy, bro. My striking will never be anything close to Dakota's. So I'm going heavy Dakota. I don't even know what the odds are for this. I wish I could say something nice about Talia Santos. She's great, bro. She's top tier for women's MMA. I don't know why the UFC cut her. That was very confusing to me. Must have been someone with the contracts. Did we go over the odds? Minus 350 for Dakota. I actually like that a lot, bro. I wish I had like $35,000. I would put it all in Dakota. I don't know. Unless Talia sees some crazy shit in her game where she's like, nah, I got this shit in the bag with the fucking... Yeah, when she throws the straight left, I shoot the takedown. I don't know if she sees anything crazy in that sense, but... Man, Dakota's striking's insane. Does she get a finish? I don't know. She might, guys. She's that nasty. I don't want her to because Santos is my baby. But Dakota is 100% my pick. I just don't know how she gets it done. And then we got Brandon Loughnane and Tamir Khizriev. Back to the notes. Brandon Loughnane is 30-5 and Tamir is 17-0. These guys are 145ers and again 5-round bout. Plus 275 for Loughnane, minus 330 for Khizriev. Loughnane is a PFL GOAT in the sense that he's done a disturbing amount of main events. He should keep it standing, and if it gets to the ground, he'll be able to hold his ground there. He's definitely fought way better competition. And I am siding with Loughnane because of that. He's more of a vet. Khizriev is better on the ground, technically. So I think the odds make sense. But yeah, I am siding with the vet and Loughnane, really for no reason at all. I don't know why I keep saying Loughnane. There's no R. Just more of a vet. He's been here before. Like, based on stock report, I guess Khizriev is the pick. The odds make sense, but guys, this doesn't count as my main event. I haven't gotten a main event wrong in UFC in 2 months. This does not count for that, so I'm okay with picking an underdog for this. I'll probably put my money on the underdog a little bit. Khizriev is the smarter pick, but I am going with the vet. And do not fail me. That's it, guys. One of the worst PFL prediction videos out. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment. Again, this is a UFC page. Please forgive me. This is literally the comparison to PFL and UFC. Like, a UFC prediction video is like, oh, okay, he knows what's going on here. PFL is just like the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. That's how I feel when I watch the events. As I'm watching this, I'm like, bro, if I had to fight in the PFL, I would be so depressed. But shout out my fighters. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be talking about jack shit. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Instagram, TikTok, @ParleyPrinces. We'll be back. Fuck PFL.